Hello, everyone. This is Steve from the equities.etc.com trading room and also the microefutures.com trading room, two trading rooms combined for one. So we can reach out to not only stocks, options, crypto, NFT, sports betting, as well as futures and ES and market profile, a full-fledged trading portal and educational portal for those of you out there. Also run the Beyond the Trades media portal, which we have some great videos as well as training lessons, interviews, so on and so forth. So today, on Sunday afternoon, I thought I have a Sunday trading sermon for those of you looking for a strategy video. This is not going to be it, so you might want to shut this off. For those of you who are looking for the absolute truth versus relative truth, then this is going to be the video for you as we discuss some concepts. I do apologize, not really, I say that sarcastically, for recording this outside in my back lanai here in South Florida, because we will get some wildlife pop up in that lake and might make some noises, whether it be ducks quacking or just recently a hawk landing on top of the lanai squawking. So if you hear some wild kingdom noises out there, know where it's coming from. So today, what I wanted to talk about was especially for new traders, and most of my videos are for new traders. Understanding that new traders are struggling. Just a brief background on myself, very brief. I spent 23 years in corporate America, a high-level senior executive, vice president of business development, as well as sales, marketing, and operations and channel partnerships for a large telecommunications company. We did extremely well. I was part of those meetings where we would discuss stock options. So I have an interview of what happens behind the scenes. But more importantly, I was able to get out of corporate as my company got sold, and I did extremely well for all my time and service and experience, but was too young to retire. At that time, I was 42, so I decided to move to Florida and also get involved in trading. I always managed my own money, but I was just too young to retire. So I needed something to keep busy. So I started trading, struggled the first 2 years, like most new traders struggle, lost a ton of money, and then it clicked. And from there on, the past 8 or so years, been doing well. I just define doing well as I have to pay taxes every year on my capital gains, small and long-term capital gains. But I also had that itch to be an entrepreneur. And that itch to be an entrepreneur led me to creating an educational media portal on my own with Beyond the Trades, and then also in tandem partnerships, the education rooms with JJ and Ray, which is the microefutures.com room, as well as the equities.etc.com room. So we have this nice little trading empire that's starting to grow, and we're all about absolute truth versus relative truth. And that's the topic I want to talk about today. So first off, we have to define what that means, right? Relative truth is, you can call it TikTok truth or Twitter truth or social media truth. Those are truths that comes and goes with the times. Now, it could be political, it could be personal, it could be trading. Since this is a trading video, we're going to talk about it trading. So relative truth could be, the latest, greatest indicator that's being promoted on social media. It could be the latest, greatest guru or concept that might be appearing and in which the masses get behind. And we call that relative truth versus absolute truth. Absolute truth, so people understand, okay, is real simple. Absolute truth is truth. And in trading, truth is pretty much defined by math and statistical probabilities. Doesn't mean anything is 100% guaranteed in trading. We all know that wrong, but usually you can take a relative truth. You can take a concept that someone is suggesting to you, and you'll be able to look to see if the math and the statistical probability supports that truth. So let me use an analogy. You play Scrabble with a friend, and your friend comes up with a word called nutty fruity. And I'm just using that as an example. And you might be asking yourself, well, is nutty fruity even a real word? He wants to collect 250 points in this Scrabble match for a word that might not exist. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't believe you, and I'm not giving you those 250 points. But he's insisting that that's a true word. So what do? What do both of you do? You go to an authoritative source. And in this case, you go to a dictionary. You would look up in the dictionary, does nutty fruity even exist as a word? And if it does, your friend's going to get the 250 points in the Scrabble match. If it doesn't, you're not going to give him the 250 points in the Scrabble match. And the same thing holds true in trading, right? So if you're presented with an idea or a concept, okay, from anyone, it could be myself, it could be Ray, it could be JJ, it could be JC Parrots, Brian Shannon, whomever, right, you look to as a so-called mentor, okay? You do not blindly believe them without testing the truth against math and statistical probabilities. And that is very, very important. Question everything, even from me, whether it's true. Question it like you were a child. But why? But why? But why? Show me the math behind it until you get the answer that you seek. If you get an answer that confuses you from me, all right, I'm just talking out of my ass, okay? Trying to shut you up, trying to confuse you, okay, to believing something I'm simply saying that honestly, I don't know to be true or not to be true. I might feel it to be true, right, because it's working for me, but it doesn't make it. That makes it relative truth, doesn't make it absolute truth. But hopefully that makes sense, because what I see in the trading room now going on 3 years is individuals come and they go, all right, mostly because they believe in relative truth, all right? They might decide that the absolute truth they might be learning in our rooms, okay, might not be fast enough for them, easy enough for them, and then they seek the relative truth of someone else that might be promises something easier, greater returns, because they might have a magic indicator, all right, and that magic indicator has been working well the past week, small sample size. All right, so they bounce around from guru to guru, from trading room to trading room, okay, seeking relative truth versus sticking with number one, someone that is teaching them absolute truth, teaching them what the math supports. And that's one of the reasons why, for myself personally, during my 10-year plus trading journey, I consider myself having 3 mentors. Now, what's unique about these 3 mentors is I do not trade like any of them, but all 3 of them, I will use absolute truth concepts they have, okay, that they have presented to me, that I was able to research to see what they were saying is actually accurate. This day and age, you can research anything that's being said to you, and then incorporate that in creating my own trading playbook. And for myself, my 3 mentors over the years have been Brian Shannon, JC Parrots, and Barry Einstein from Trade Ideas. So my trading style and how I understand things is based on 3 individuals that, one, they teach absolute truth, like I teach absolute truth, for those of you that want to learn. But they also, okay, are highly successful and have proven over the years to have made money retail trading. And that's a key. Not only are you looking to learn absolute truth from someone that's presenting you with absolute math-based statistical truth, you also want to learn with someone that has proven themselves to be successful at trading for many years in the retail trading environment. Because there's two parts of a trade I think we all understand. The first part is finding the setup, using a standard indicator to find a setup in your playbook. Now that term playbook, if you don't understand what I mean, I have prior videos you can go take a look at that specifically is a video on the playbook, how to create one and what it really means. So, that's the easier part, not easy, easier part is finding the setup. The harder part is why you want to learn from someone or have someone as a mentor that has been profitable over the years is the execution part. It's one thing to have the book smarts. There's another thing to have the experience in actually executing a trade. You could take two traders, an experienced trader, a brand new trader, give them the same setup, tell them both to enter the trade, okay? You'll probably have the experienced trader, and I'm putting my shush up because someone just walked out and I'm just letting them know that I'm recording a video, but you probably have the experienced trader making money versus the inexperienced trader trading the same same trader that will poorly execute the trade and lose money. So I want to preface that you're looking for absolute truth in a mentor, and you also, or trading room, and you're also looking for someone that has been experienced making money, and helping others make money. Okay, meaning teaching them. So again, I'm not pumping. This video isn't about the microefutures.com or the equitiesetc.com room, although we have excellent stock traders in the equitiesetc.com room as well as the micro e-futures room that not only are learning but also making themselves some money. So I wanted to explain the difference between relative and absolutely true and challenge each of you this week, homework assignment this week, to listen in whatever trading room you're in, and it could be our equities or micro e-futures room, right? Because JJ, myself, and Ray, we don't have all the answers, and sometimes I might bullshit, don't mean to, okay? Just to rush to the next topic, as well as the others. So I want you this week, whether you're in our room or in your own room, and if you're not in any room, then on Twitter or Instagram, listen and hear a concept, trading concept that you question or you don't understand. And then I want you to try and go research it, Google it, and then try and get some math or statistical probabilities behind it, and then challenge your guru on it, okay? To see if they can give you absolute truth to it, or they're just going to give you relative BS truth to it. So that's my challenge this week. Okay, especially if you're in a paid trading room, right? You're paying for a service, you're paying to get the absolute truth, to do that, all right? Because that's going to set in motion for you to be able to weed out who you don't want to learn from those who you do want to learn from, and you build yourself a nice networking team. Because I use the term team, there's a reason why on Wall Street, the S&P Capitals of the world and other live trading desks have trading teams, often hooked up together, okay, on microphones with earpieces, not blindly following each other's trade, but collaborating on setups, trade ideas, okay, together, right? You shouldn't be trading alone. You want to be trading with a team. You'll be much more effective with a team. Not necessarily influenced, but part of that team, giving good ideas. But if you're going to be part of a team, you want to be part of a team with like-minded traders, with a like-minded leader or coach, okay? All right, that's absolute truth and not relative truth. And relative truth is, I'm using this indicator because it's been hot lately, and I have no idea why. I think it's good, or so-and-so is really smart because he talks big words on Twitter. He must know what he's doing, and that's all bullshit, guys. Okay, if anyone's using words you don't understand on Twitter or anywhere in your room, all right, they're just using fancy words to snow you half the times. challenge, right? And they might not be doing it maliciously or on purpose. Okay, it's just human nature. Okay, I want to get on to the next topic. It is because I say it is, right? It is because, I have all this experience. Experience is great in trading. Don't get me wrong, especially if you're profitable, but the markets are constantly changing. So you want to have that absolute truth for what's working in the markets today. So being part of a team is a key. And that's why at Equities ETC, the stocks, options, crypto trading room, it's only $9. $9. Go to equitiesetc.com. $9. Okay, you could become part of a team that speaks absolute truth. Or if you want both the equitiesetc.com and the microefutures.com room, 2 rooms in one, you can join for $39, which is also very cheap. But if you just want the stock piece of it, $9, that's it. Okay, so we talked about relative truth. We talked about absolute truth. We talked about mentors, and make sure your mentors are teaching you absolute truth. Okay. We talked about bouncing around trading room to trading room. I want to talk a little bit more about that. Let this sink in. And I said it on the last video I did. The best traders in the world lose at a minimum, most, it's a lot higher, 40% of the time. So if they make 100 trades, they're losing 40 trades. 40 trades. 40 trades, and that's a small sample size. So if they trade over the course of a year, 1,000 trades, let's say, that's 400 trades that they're losing on. Yes, we talked about keeping your losses small, like you need to be a good loser. This whole last week video been on that, so you can go back and watch it. But the point what I'm trying to explain to you, okay, is most new traders will have 2, 3, 4 losses. They might poorly execute a trade that they should only lost $100, but they wind up blowing up their account and losing $3,000. And then they blame it on the mentor or trader that's providing them absolute truth. Because again, you're not going to follow a strategy or concept from someone now that's giving you relative truth. You're going to follow someone that's giving you absolute truth now. But even someone giving them absolute truth on a statistically profit-factored positive strategy or concept will lose at least 40% of the time. So you can get a stress where they lose 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades in a row. You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, abandon that absolute truth teacher that you might have a gold mine in, and go bouncing around from guru to guru to guru, often chasing a guru that's just bullshitting you with relative truth, okay? Promises of riches and Lambos, and then when you question them on any concept, they just bullshit you an answer and can't answer it. So again, make sure you're following someone that can statistically prove what they're teaching to you to be accurate and not just bullshit. And if you follow that individual, understand that that individual is going to lose 40% of the time at a minimum. So you have to be patient, and you have to, if need be, trade down in size until you understand exactly that it's a long game and that the edge will work out long time, not short time. That's why we have drawdowns. Right? So I wanted to mention that also. So again, I don't want to keep rambling on today. Your homework assignment is simply to listen in whatever trading room you're in. It could be me. It could be me giving you relative, truth bullshit. It could be JJ. It could be Ray. Ray's usually real good in our rooms about sticking to probabilities and statistics. That comes from his professional poker background. I'm somewhat very systematic, so I try to be, but coming from the corporate world, I could stretch the truth sometimes. So challenge me on it. And JJ, I think, as everyone knows, JJ can stretch the truth a lot. Okay, talk about stuff that happened 10 years ago that might not be applicable to today. So you need to challenge JJ on everything if it applies to this market and why. Show me the statistical proof. Same with Ray and the same with me. Okay, but more importantly, okay, the same with other individuals that you might look to be mentors of yours. Okay, that you might look to on Twitter to get your information from. All right, just because it appears on Twitter doesn't make it true. Just because someone you highly respect posts something on Twitter doesn't make it relatively true. The last I looked, the only person that's ever been 100% truthful and accurate in this world that ever walked the face of the earth was Jesus. Okay, so outside of Jesus, none of us, all right, are prone, Okay, so you need to challenge individuals, and that folks, if you're a new trader, is what I really want you to learn. Okay, don't blindly believe stuff without testing it, because I don't want to see anyone blow up, and I want to see people learning properly, because once we're through this bear market, if you're surviving this bear market, and I know people are shorting, we got a lot of people in our equities room making money shorting left or right. But I also realized, in my 10 plus years trading, because I didn't trade the last bear market in 2008, I was still in corporate. But in my past 10 years, this is the toughest market trading. Yes, I'm making some money. I should pay taxes at the end of this year. Okay, but it's nowhere near as much as previous years. All right, so if you're a new trader and you're still surviving, even losing a little, all right, hats off to you, because when the market turns around, you're going to be ready. But if the market turns around and all you believe is bullshit, relative truth, okay, from individuals, you're going to get hammered and slammed no matter what the market conditions may be in. So use this time in a bear market to build that foundation up, okay, for yourself. Just last couple of things and I'll end the video. All right, we do tailor ourselves at equitiesetc.com after the S&B Capital prop firm, meaning that type of team discipline, that type of one trade at a time type of discipline, creating a playbook of strategies that give you a statistical edge, and then exploiting that edge, your A+ setups, with aggressive trading when need be, passive trading when also needs to be. So we do tailor, and you should also have a foundation you tailor yourself after. And also you need to be following a mental trading coach, because no trading guru is qualified to give you mental trading coach tips. But you should, and someone that we like to use, but besides Kim Ann Curtin, Dr. Brett Steenberger, but also Jared Tendler. Look for those gurus that don't just give you a video on the mental coaching side, or don't just give you a book to read, but give you actionable work. Like in our rooms, we have worksheets that Jared Tendler, has suggested that our members complete to get to the root causes of why they have an emotional trading concepts. And those in our room who are successful and profitable, the one characteristic is they've all done the worksheets. They've all done the hard work, okay, on the mental side too. So understand that's a big key. If you're going to follow a mental trading coach, look to who they've taught. Who are the traders that they have taught? Who are the traders that recommend their work? Okay. Often I see a new trader giving mental trading tips advice because they watched a video that was super good, yet that person has never, ever had a successful trading year in their life. They're in no position to give you or anybody mental trading tips. So stick to the professionals, and to use those professionals. Are they teaching absolute truth versus relative truth? Since you can't statistically backtest a mental trading coach, you can see who they have taught and how successful those people are, and what feedback those individuals give to you, okay, based on the actual work exercises that they had to complete with their mental trading coach. So with that, I'm going to end this topic. Do your homework assignment. For $9, if you want to learn more, I'm in the room every day, equitiesetc.com. I'm also in the microefutures.com room. Come join us. $9 for the equities. If you want both rooms, it's $39. I'm on Twitter at Beyond the Trades. Ray and JJ are always available. Question all three of us hard, like you would. And now I expect you to question other people on social media and in other trading rooms. With that, God bless. Peace out. And enjoy your Sunday. Take care now.